Welcome to the dungeon. It looks different in here. Wow. Automatically everybody is not in the right place. Okay. Just got to move some people around.
You start off in the wrong spot. That doesn't make any sense.
I think we're close. Gumanos, Letty, Zazu, Zephyr. Yep. We're all in the right place now. Probably going to have to get creative on the next screen when we get to that. But as is how we do things. Welcome. Tonight we are hopefully finishing the rest of the one shot here. Originally I wasn't supposed to be here, but that's how life works. So yeah, looks a little different. Gives these guys a break from, they got a taste of running the show and more to come for the future. So, how are all of you?
I'm tired, and it is only Monday.
I get it. Zephyr, how are you? First time playing with me?
Well, the weekend left me feeling like I'm ready to crawl out of my skin. So,
Yeah.
I'm present and accounted for.
A little bit of Linkin Park going on in the head. I get that. Some crawling in your skin. Yeah, so this week's beer of the week is not even beer. It's Hazard's Hop Water. The video just released. I haven't even had a chance to watch it because it just released. 0 alcohol, 0 sugar, 0 BS. These hop waters are getting pretty popular for non-alcoholic options for folks. So it's kind of glad to see them. I've actually never had one. So I don't know if they taste like IPAs. If they do, you can dump them out with everything else. But if they don't, then maybe they're good. Maybe they're good. But a nice option for folks. B&B will be live. I don't have a video for them this week, but they are going to be talking Spaceman on Netflix with Adam Sandler, where Adam Sandler sees a space spider. Because, Netflix keeps shelling out money to Adam Sandler. And
did you see they're making a Little Nicky too?
Yeah, because why not? Because Netflix just they got to have some reason to justify their price hikes. They got to pay Adam Sandler more. Send it to me to review from California. This top tier stuff. Okay, well then, great. I'd try one. I'm not opposed to them. I just never had one. But yeah, it literally is Adam Sandler in space with a space spider. So, Yeah, it sounds like Adam Sandler needs some democracy. Just saying. Just saying.
It's a
He-
bile spider.
He owns Netflix, yeah, and people keep paying for it. And any news that's coming up, there's a lot of chatter around The Acolyte. The trailer drops for that tomorrow, so I'm sure there'll be some discussion on that. There's already some controversial things that I've got opinions on, but like that's to be seen. We'll see how the show turns out. And evidently how Dude's wife beats him at Wii Sports. Yeah, you didn't actually think I was going to say that, but it's right here. So there we go. Yeah, so that's what's going on. So don't miss that. Wednesday at 9, we'll have a pre-show show of something. Kena Bridge of Spirits is done with a rather odd / disappointing ending.
It wasn't disappointing ending. It was she went there for a specific reason, and that never got like fixed. So much like a D&D adventure, actually.
Okay. I'm hoping tonight. That's not the right verbiage. I'm hoping tonight we get a new visitor here. I talked to somebody at a donut shop this weekend that saw the hat and was like, "Hey, what's that about?" So if you're here from the donut shop, hello. The donuts are gone. They've been consumed. So my homebrew beer is done, so I can't wait for people to partake in that with me. To me, it tastes awesome. So there's that. Anything from
You have to say that.
I don't have to. And if Tone is still tooling around on here, he knows I'm pretty hard on myself about my homebrew stuff. So this one actually I feel like tastes pretty solid. So we'll see what others think. The one I thought I screwed up the most or just didn't really care for was the mango IPA, and like everybody seemed to like it. Weirdest thing. I hate IPAs, and it was considered one of my best. So this one I've not really even told anybody what's in it. So be prepared.
Is there actually beer in this one?
They all have beer in them. Except for the seltzer I did once, and that was awful.
The blood of the innocent.
Blood of the innocent's always a little bit of it in there. So, yeah. Anything
Big
from
movie weekend.
Big movie weekend. I just watched Dune
Big
2,
movie weekend.
which I really enjoyed. But you said Kong is coming out.
And Ghostbusters.
And Ghostbusters. Me and Mike are going to go see Ghostbusters on Sunday. So
Nice.
stoked about that.
Dune 2 was good. I enjoyed it.
Dune-
I watched
Dune
it.
2
Dune
was
2 was
good.
awesome.
Yeah. And you know what's nice about Dune 2? And me and my wife were talking about this earlier. For what it is, you've got, what is it, like 8 hours of movie, basically. There's like not one swear word in it at all. It's just a movie. You know, you don't have to drop 42 F-bombs. Get your point across.
You mean the plot could drive people to the theaters?
Weird, huh? Weird.
Weird.
And she was mentioning that like even the violence in it was done very tastefully. Like you just didn't see people getting splattered with blood and that kind of stuff.
That's not a movie I want to see.
Yeah.
Kidding.
You don't hate IPAs. I've been having more IPAs, but like I still would go a stout before all of them, which was funny because last week I was with a bunch of my coworkers all week, and that's the first thing I go to find a freaking stout. That's and they're like, "Why are you drinking that?" I'm like, "It's refreshing. If you can't chew it, why drink it?" I'll give you time to process that statement. All right, you got anything?
Nope, not
I'm playing
here.
a lot of the new Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and that was fantastic.
I've heard some good stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, it's very good.
I've heard that game is only like the first disc of the original.
No, the first disc was the last game,
Yeah.
and which was whatever it was called. I can't remember. Just whatever it was. The first game, which was released about 4 years ago.
I think
And now this one's 2 discs, and I think that's the first time that a PS5 has ever had to do that.
I think Fanboy Tone's been playing it as well.
Oh, has it? I'm not surprised. He's got good taste.
Mm.
I don't know. He's a Nick Cage fan.
Good taste. I like Nick Cage.
Yeah.
If there was a way for him and the dude to demonetize me, they would do it.
They would. They're gonna troll you for sure. I've just, there's no secret what I've been doing. I've been playing freaking Helldivers. So, but if you're watching gaming news, and B&B, if you're listening, this would be something to discuss, and I'd be happy to call in this week to talk about it. But it was announced that Star Citizen is aiming for a 1.0 release like this year. So it's officially going to release after like 10 years or something like that. So that's big neuse. Like, the community's going crazy right now. So someday,
Or if I had to wait 10 years, I'd be like, I'm over it.
The thing is like, it's fully playable. Like, it's not, it has bugs, but it's really, I've seen bigger bugs from AAA studios than what this game has. Yeah, I get what you're saying though. Like, yeah, but
My thing is, if they can bring King's Quest to console, then they should be able to bring Space Quest.
oh god, redo Space Quest. My god, Space Quest was so fun. And so, and the thing is like, Space Quest relied on having the book, so you'd have to have like a PDF now or something, because it was like a newspaper that had hints on how to get through puzzles. Space Quest was great.
Hell, they even redid Leisure Suit Larry.
Yeah. Why? Yeah.
What a horrible
Didn't they just like release a spin-off of Space Quest called like Chex Quest on Steam?
I don't know. I haven't seen that.
Lathis was playing it one day. I think it was free.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, that's what I got. You guys got anything else?
Nope.
All right. I forgot we don't have any like fancy intro or anything. So let me cue up some music here. We'll get something going, right? And we'll go from there. It's all yours, Dungeon Master.
All right. So after entering the Chained Maiden and finding out from Lady Z what she was asking you guys to do, you were attacked by some cultists from the church that you're being sent to investigate, along with some hired hands. The group handedly defeated those enemies, including one to get information out of. And as the group went upstairs to recover for the evening, Zephyr was visited by an individual who gave her a memento of her battle. And as we start the morning, there is a knock on Letty's door.
Okay. I would have gotten up early enough to apply everything again.
Okay.
And I will go and open the door.
All right. And Lady Z is standing there in front of you, and she hands you what you ask for, along with a vial of acid.
Well, thank you. Wasn't expecting door service.
Not an issue. You are taking care of something that has been plaguing this city for a while.
Just to be refreshing to my memory, the mages school is associated with this church cult.
Yes.
Okay.
But your group has been asked solely to take care of whatever is happening in the church.
Okay.
She goes, whenever you are ready, I'm going to wake the others, and we will meet downstairs to discuss what our prisoner has let us know.
Oh, sounds Sounds interesting. I'll be down momentarily.
And so she walks off and knocks on everybody's door and says, breakfast will be waiting, and just keeps walking down the line till she knocks on everybody's door.
I will put this stuff with my gear and head down.
All right. Is there anything anybody would like to do before they head downstairs?
Nope.
I would like to take a little bit of time prior to going downstairs just to do a little bit of meditation and kind of worship of the Stormlord, and just kind of taking a little bit of time to prepare myself for the day before I go down. Nothing in particular, just looking for a bit of direction for my day.
Yeah, absolutely. So as you're meditating, praying, you've got your prayer book out in front of you and your candles lit, you hear the roll of thunder and then this booming voice saying, prepare to call the lightning, Zephyr. Prepare to call the lightning.
Okay. A little bit of a smile, gather my things around and go ahead and head down for breakfast.
Okay. As you all come downstairs, Lady Z has seated next to her a rather curious sight for most of you, and one that is quite intimidating to Zaz, but not Pax. There is a giant Leonin in bright, shiny armor. He has a very beautiful crystal longsword laid right across his lap, sitting at the table with Lady Z. And she goes, everyone, come. I would like to introduce you to Humble.
Well, aren't you a big one?
Hello. I'm glad to make your acquaintance.
Good morning.
And Humble stands up to greet everybody with a bow and a nod. Good morning.
So, from the information that we gathered from the person that you captured last night, we found out that not only is the Magus School working with this cult, but this cult is also working with some other organization that worships Tiamat. And Humble here happens to be an expert on fighting individuals that worship Tiamat.
All right.
That I am.
Mage school connected to the church connected to followers of Tiamat.
The hip bone connected to the knee bone connected to the thigh bone.
We also found out that the cult has made renovations to the church since the last time Barris was there with them, and she points to the human cleric that was with you guys. And we also found out that about 8 or 9 o'clock in the evening, once they lock the doors, movement goes down to a minimum inside of the temple. And given the information that we've been given about this dark necromantic power down in the basement, we would like you to eliminate any cultists that you find in the temple.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Entrance
Door.
into the church. Is it kind of like here? Invitation only?
No, it's open, and they run programs of outreach under the guise of goodness, when really they are collecting people to trade off for sacrifices, trying to identify magical potential in young individuals to start brainwashing them at the mage school. And if we can eliminate them and put Barris back into the church, we can keep the mage school from growing too powerful.
How do we know these are bad people? What proof do you have?
Well, and she kind of pulls you guys in and walks you into a back room. Letty, this is the room that you and her went and talked in private in last night. She brings you guys in, waves you on, and she does a ritual over her table on a crystal ball. And as you all glare into it, you can see that there have been human sacrifices done in this temple. There has been torturing of people in this temple, and there has been some brainwashing of individuals in this temple.
What is this divination you show us? Why is it so? Are you showing us the past, the present, or the future?
The past only. I can't glimpse into the future.
But this is recent. This has been developing recently.
Yes, over the last year. They took power in the church quite a few years ago, but they've recently gotten a bit more indiscriminate about how they operate.
Who would desecrate such a holy place? To what deity is this church for?
Well, we know that there are a few followers of Tiamat in there, but mostly they seem to follow the Lich King Vecna.
This is very bad. Do you all agree this is very bad?
I do agree that something needs to be done. Human sacrifices and corrupt government never suits the common people.
You with the kitty, do you could agree this is very bad?
I think that this should be squashed right away. And you'll see the voice coming from the cat instead of the human.
Why is this kitty talking to me? And I'll bend down. Kitty,
Why is this giant furball speaking to me?
you remind me of the children of my village growing up. I'm gonna reach out and just pet the kitty. If you need new home afterwards, you come with Humble. Humble take you back to homeland.
And then the human part will just start growling.
Human
I believe your pet is upset at our talking and interaction. We'll talk later.
Given the upped stakes in what I am asking you all to do, I have reached out to the other leaders of the Chained Maiden, and we are prepared to offer you 500 gold apiece to completely wipe out all of the cult leaders that you find in the church. And Barris has agreed that anything that you find that does not belong to the Lord of Light in the church can be taken as payment as well.
Much appreciated.
You may take my
Lord of
portion and donate it to the local shelter.
I'm sorry, Z, did you say something?
Yes, the Lord of Light. Who is this Lord of Light?
He is a god of brilliance and health and life.
Yeah, those are descriptions. Who?
He's a god, and that's the only name that he's known by.
Surely you know
Understood.
the Lord of Light, Kitty.
Barris says if you'd like, I could introduce you to him once we've undesecrated the temple.
Sounds fantastic. I'm all for it.
So with
Am I
the information... Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Am I to understand that you have actual knowledge of the inside of this temple? Maybe not the below areas, but everything street level.
Yes, and one of the things that I can tell you is in the main hall, the dining hall, and both the library and bedroom of the head priest, which are all upstairs, there are bells to ring, and we used to use them to summon all of the priests and monks for services, but they could be used as warning alarms should we get caught trying to fight any one group that we find in those rooms. There was also a couple of bunkhouse rooms for the monks downstairs that also have these similar style ringing bells to alert everybody of the time for church.
That seems like an awful lot of warning systems.
Do you know the way to access them to disable them?
Yes, if we could just get into the office first, we could disable all of them from the office.
And you know the way to get into the office?
Oh, yes.
Do you maybe have like a map? Or are you planning to guide us? Or
Oh, I'm going with you in case you all require healing. But sure, I can draw you a rough map.
I'm sorry, out of character here. I guess I didn't realize. Who am I talking to right now? Because I thought we were talking to Lady Zelia.
Lady
Is that
Z,
not the
yeah.
case anymore?
Lady Z and Barris are both talking. I guess I need to start doing voices like the better DM out of this group. But Barris was the one that you were talking to that told you he knew the intimacies of this land.
Okay.
He's the
Okay,
cleric
makes
that told
sense.
you that this used to be his temple.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes. Okay. I just wasn't sure. Your voices for both sounded the same. So.
Right. That's because I just used my voice.
Now, if we do this, how do we know that the local law enforcement will not arrest us for murder?
Lady Z looks over at Barris and then she looks back and she goes, the local law enforcement won't be notified that anything's happened until Barris has had the chance to get back some of the other church members that were kicked out by the cult. The only people that will know ahead of the local law enforcement that anything has gone wrong is maybe the mage school.
This troubles me. Makes me think I might be doing something that would be illegal, how you say, in these parts.
It is technically illegal what I'm asking you to do.
This is big
However,
problem.
It is not immoral what I'm asking you to do. The mage school and the church have both started taking over the local politicians and bribing them.
I must think about this. I just kind of
And-
stand back in a corner and
Yep. And at you kind of standing back and starting to contemplate, Barris, the old human man, walks up to you and he goes, nothing is worse than people pretending to do things that are good when they really have evil intentions. This church needs to be a symbol of what is right and good for the people. I hate to ask you to consider something that might be against your code, but I don't know how to defeat this church on my own. I wasn't prepared for battle. I don't know any great damaging spells. I'm a healer, and my church's message has been lost to us for years now, and this is my opportunity to give the people of this town something good again in that church.
I will think of your message. But I would hope to think you went to speak to them first, to get them to leave.
I did, and that is how I wound up with these. And he like slowly starts peeling off his shirt, and you can just see the whip marks all across his back and his upper arms.
Is this from self-conflagration?
No, this was done as a warning to not only me, but my brethren that they're in charge of the church now.
This is not good.
AFK for a second.
And
Sounds like
Forgetting
you're
my
lucky
own-
to be alive.
we never trained in our church for battle or the possibility of it. We're healers by nature. And if I get the church back and if I can start rebuilding, I am going to try to study the texts and find a way to make us not so defenseless in the future should another group move in.
Religion doesn't always have to be defenseless in the name of peace.
And that is the hard lesson that I am learning late in life.
It is a lesson I have definitely learned. But if we do this, and I look up toward the sky, Bahamut will protect us.
And Z notices that Guillermo's hasn't spoken much, and she goes, everybody's had their say in what's going on. Are you in for the coin? Are you in for the benefit of the city? Are you in for what the Chained Maiden can offer you?
I'm just in it for a benefit of myself. The more people sent to hell, the more souls I can own. So I have
Well, that's an
no
interesting
problem
development.
killing everybody in that church.
Maybe we can speak while we're on this journey. It seems your priorities might need a little bit of realignment.
Oh, we all have different priorities for different reasons.
Yes, but yours seem mostly darker.
Yeah, I don't see anything wrong with that.
This
Really
sounds like
just
a
wasn't
win-win for
expecting
me,
that.
and sounds like a win-win for everybody here.
What was that, Zephyr?
I really just wasn't expecting that. I'm
Guillermo's threw you off, did he?
What's that?
well. I mean, we're all here for our own reasons, but owning more souls.
Yes,
How-
no one should
How
own
did you
others.
become this way?
Oh, make deals here and there, own a couple thousand souls here and there. That's how you take over places.
No.
Can
I'm all for setting ablaze, pillaging, having
my
a good
God.
time.
I don't just pillage.
Sometimes for the right reasons, right? But owning souls? That's
That's how you get more
questionable
powerful.
to me. I think maybe just differing. Just a little.
Should probably put a pin in that for now.
I
The
feel like
fact
this.
that the government is corrupt and that using religion to gain more power, and obviously the local mage school is gaining something out of all this. It won't be long before this whole city becomes corrupt.
I must
Can-
agree.
Can Guillermo's and Zephyr roll me a perception check?
Mm-hmm.
8.
Excellent.
Also 8.
Okay.
They're too
You
busy
guys-
arguing with each other.
Right. You guys notice that there is another table sitting eating breakfast just like you guys across the way, but nothing. Nope. All
We're
right.
too engrossed in our soul talk.
Right. Humble, would you also roll me a perception check?
Let's see. 21.
Okay. So that second table, you are because you stood up and you kind of took a step back from the table, you overhear that this other group sitting at the other table is simultaneously going to strike against the mage school. As soon as you guys leave, they're leaving.
Excuse me, Lady Z. Did you hire more than one set of compatriots to accomplish this task?
No, you were the only ones hired to take care of the church.
Could there be another organization that might be interested in completing the same task as us?
She goes, the mage school is another problem. And I have hired another group to take care of that problem.
I am concerned because I am hearing chatter out from the tavern area of people trying to possibly accomplish the same task, and it seems that that might cause some problems for ourselves and for them if there was some disagreement in the association. Is this something you should address out there?
She goes, hold on, I will go check. And she walks out.
That was a good one. I'm glad my keen ears was able to pick up on that.
And as she's gone for the next couple minutes, do you guys conversate at all, or?
I
just
walk
wait for
over
her?
and put a hand on Guminos' shoulder. Does it burst into flame?
No.
My friend, we should really talk. I would like to tell you about the benefits of believing in a deity that doesn't require that you collect any kind of souls.
Oh, I know there are deities out there. I believe in them all. But I want to be stronger than them.
They can make you strong in heart, strong in personality. Let Humble show you the way.
No, Humble. My goal is to be stronger than them. Be more powerful than them.
I feel you may be a lost cause.
Oh, we'll see. We'll see.
So Lady Z walks back in as you guys are having this conversation, and she is followed by a half-elf. And he's got a big green book chained around his chest, slung really tight up against his arm. And he is carrying a little pouch that has a wand on the opposite side. And she goes, Humble, I believe that this gentleman was the one that you were overhearing. His group is going to take care of getting the bad influence out of the mage school and rescuing the children that the church have sent to the mage school.
Ah, so it seems they might have gotten the more noble of the quests, saving children and all.
With
We
the
were all chosen for our specific talents.
And you were chosen for this group, Humble, based off the fact that there is some dealings with Tiamat at the church.
Well, I wish you the best of luck on your journey. Godspeed.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. And he, very quickly scatters off. And Lazy looks at all of you and she says, I can understand that ensuring that corruption is weeded out when it is built into the fabric of organization can be dirty work. And it can make you question whether you're doing the right thing. But people are suffering. They're suffering at the hands of the church. They're suffering at the hands of the mage school. And our local government won't do anything to stop them as long as the money keeps coming in. And that is why the original Chained Maiden took it upon herself to create an organization that fixes corrupt governments and puts them back on a path of the good of the people.
Well, that sounds good to me.
Seems like a just cause.
Agreed. What do you say, Kitty?
I think Kitty's asleep.
Kitty has fallen asleep. I'm gonna start petting the kitty to see if I can wake the kitty up. Good kitty. Good kitty.
Kitty doesn't want to get in involved with religious politics and is fine with purging the church.
Worm kitty. Little ball of fur.
And demonetized.
So it sounds
Well-
like Zaz and I are on the same page. Kill everybody.
Well then, unless the group requires anything else, given the information we've gotten, I would suggest going there after dusk.
Is there anything you would recommend we do to prepare?
Unfortunately, whatever has been done downstairs with their renovations, we have no idea of the power. Only that it's necrotic in nature down in that basement. So sending you with a healer and your group's healing skills of their own is the best recommendation that I could come up with.
I think
Suppose that'll
that
have to be enough.
maybe we should do a little of our own investigation during the day.
Okay.
Probably right.
So you guys would like to go walk around the church while it's open during the day?
Get our bearings. I don't like going anywhere unprepared.
Ferris looks at you guys and says, "That's fine. I just can't go in there until after nightfall. Unless we are planning a full-out attack during the daylight."
I will keep them safe.
I have a bit of healing myself.
Even better.
I think we'll be okay.
All right. So is everybody going to the church then?
I will keep my distance from the group.
Okay.
I want to, now that I know that the church is basically our focus, I want to kind of do what I did the day prior and see, like, spend a little time, see coming and going
Okay.
before I make my way in.
Okay. So Letty's gonna kind of watch the place from the outside. Anybody wanting to go straight in full tilt?
I'm gonna follow Guimenos.
Okay.
We know.
Man doesn't trust me. This lion doesn't trust me, I guess I could say.
Listen,
Well, at least he's
Gizmo.
not a cowardly lion.
Oh my goodness.
All right. So, as you guys leave the Chained Maiden, there are probably 3 or 4 of the cultists walking around various busier streets of the town square, handing out little single paper pamphlets, little flyers.
I will make sure I get one.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to snag one as well.
Okay. It is offering a free hot meal.
Oh Christ!
What?
Can I just, as I'm watching them do this stuff, can I do like an insight check of some sort, just to do their intentions seem real?
Yeah, absolutely. You can insight away.
All right. This is going to become a real problem. Yeah. No. 6. They're. Yep.
You just, they're awfully, like, they're talking too fast, and you just really can't get a bead on even what they're saying.
Who's around me right now?
I'm going to put you and Gearmos together, Letty and Zephyr together. Z, which group are you standing with?
I'll stick with the. I'll stick with the humble.
Oh, humble. Okay. So
Okay, I'll look at Gumanos, and then I'll shake my head and turn my way back to Zazim.
Just to put on the record real quick, my name is supposed to be like something other than Gearmos. I just don't care what my name is. So that is why.
I just looked at what you had in D&D Beyond, so that's what it is. So,
right.
And I don't think Zazim ever introduced themselves to me, but Kitty, I'm growing problematic with what's seeing here. It seems like these are good people.
I question some of their tactics, but if there's anything that can be done to purge the corruption from the city, I'm game. Because
But are they really
purge the
corrupt?
corruption, you missed that conversation. The political climate here is in flux, which is advantageous if you are tactful. You can make quite a bit of money by toppling corrupt governments and starting little enterprises to help build the city up. It's a very good idea.
You seem like you're excited about this prospect.
Well, it's like killing two birds with one stone.
Why would we kill
That we
birds?
take- Because they're food, my feline friend.
I think we could find better food. I feel like I am in the.
Probably could.
I feel
Stop
like I am in
breaking
the.
down my analogy and listen to me, my lion friend.
I feel like I am in the company of people who might have the opposite beliefs of me.
I don't think that that's true. I think that if there's
You stand there and look pretty.
government, yes,
I
if
must
there's a
think on-
corrupt government, then it's worth at least investigating to see if we can take it down.
Can I
And
get
this
a
group here-
perception check from Z, Humble, and Gearmos?
Well,
I
9.
think you're gonna have to call him Zaz because you're calling your lady Z.
I know
Oh,
we
okay.
got like Z,
Okay,
and
right,
Cat is
Zephyr,
what I'm
yep,
being
okay.
referred to
Zaz,
as, so it's very confusing.
Or Pax. We'll just go with Pax. There we go.
Okay.
All right. So I got a 12 from Gearmos.
9 from
9.
Humble.
Humble. A what?
7.
9.
9. Okay.
7.
So as
You all need to
Pax
stop arguing.
and Humble are having this discussion, Gearmos, you see a member of the city guard pulling a child out of their mother's hands and handing them over to a member of the mage school.
Then I'll point over there, and then I'll look at Pax and have him point as well, so we're both pointing one claw and one finger.
Oh,
Corruption.
Pax didn't notice. Pax didn't
No.
notice. Gearmos is the
Oh,
one that noticed.
Just-
who
yep,
noticed
yeah.
that?
Just
just
Gearmos.
me.
Oh,
Oh my god, I can hear everything.
Disregard.
I'm just gonna walk over to him.
Okay. So you guys see Gearmos just walk off as you're having this discussion back and
Wait a
forth.
minute.
Cat to
Where
cat.
is he? Where is he going?
That's bad.
I'm just gonna watch right now.
Bad.
Okay.
I'll walk up to the guardian and be like, "What do you think you're doing? I'm all about causing hell, but not with kids."
I'm sorry, but who are you to question what I'm doing as a city guard?
I mean, you're just a guy pulling a child away from his mother.
Yes, a mother that hasn't fed her child or taken care of them. Look at the squalor they're living in. This child would get a much better life at the mage school.
I'm gonna turn to the mother and completely ignore the guard and start
Okay.
talking to her.
Excellent.
Is what he's saying true? Are you unable to feed your kid?
It's just been so hard. I used to clean at the mage school, but then I got fired, and I don't know why I got fired, but I got fired a couple weeks ago, and I haven't been able to find a new job yet, and I've just gone to the church to feed my child, and then, you know, yesterday the head priest blessed the two of us, and I thought things were going in the right direction, and now the city watch is saying that I can't take care of my son without the church, that they're going to give him to the mage school, and he doesn't even know how to cast a spell.
So after she's done explaining that, I'm going to turn back to city guard. Like, well, it looks to me like the problem that you say she has is caused by the place you're trying to give her kid to. So I highly doubt giving her kid to the place that fired her for no reason, which is causing her not to be able to feed her kid, should have her kid.
Well, if you've got a problem with what I'm doing, you'll need to take it up with the governor. I'm following my orders.
Okay, where's the governor at?
Up there, and he points to the keep in the center of town.
I wish I had fireball.
Do I see any of this?
Yeah, I'm gonna say, can I hear this?
Oh yeah, you and Z, or I'm sorry, not Z. You and Pax can hear all of this interaction. Letty and Zephyr, you guys are seeing Girmos get down with a city guard, and it's getting pretty aggressive.
I'm gonna turn to Pax and just say, it looks like I'm rubbing off on him already. He does have a good heart.
We were in the middle of a conversation. What are you talking about? What is going on over there?
Just look at our little boy. He's being so nice, trying to save that small child.
I just look at Zephyr and I'm like, eyes up, dear. Complications.
So you said the governor's up on a keep?
Yeah, he's in the keep in the center of town.
I'm just gonna fly up to the keep.
Fly?
Yeah, I can fly. I have wings.
Okay. So, Humble, you see, and Pax, you see Girmos just take off and fly away.
Okay.
Going back to Zephyr and Letty for a moment. So the handout says, free hot meals, learn the truth about undying and living forever. The undying one will show us the way.
Okay. Not a fan of the necromancy propaganda myself.
No.
Not sure how you feel about that, Letty, but not really
And
something
from what-
that my god stands for.
I
feel
can't
like
say
we should
that
tackle one problem at a time.
I can't say that I follow any one individual deity, but this church is definitely up to no good. And as we see over there, I'm not quite sure everything that's going on, but obviously the city guards are in the pockets if they're snatching kids up off the street.
I would assume as much. We did see
We saw what was going on. We
that
just didn't hear.
interaction.
Yeah,
We
you
just didn't
saw
hear
the
it.
interaction. And as you guys are talking, you're also watching like people walk in, walking out with meager plates of, well, not plates, they're essentially they're being handed some meat, potatoes, and stewed vegetables on like a giant plate-sized piece of cornbread. Essentially, they're being fed very meager portions, but probably enough to sustain a person for an entire day out of this church. Some of them are coming out with red eyes drawn on their forehead, and some are coming out with little red like almost like a Y shape. And if the two of you would like to roll me a history check.
Yes. Nine.
Okay.
14.
14. So Zephyr, you pick up that the eye is a symbol of Vecna. And Letty, you pick up the symbol of Vecna and then the symbol of Tiamat. That's not a Y, it's like a small dragon head that's been painted on their foreheads. And not everybody is coming out with these. Some are coming out just with the food, but some are coming out, fewer are coming out with the eye drawn on, and even fewer still are coming out with this little symbol of Tiamat.
So, with that knowledge, would
Yes.
I know that? Would people be like actively advertising that they follow these two, or is it more of something that should be hidden?
It's something that you wouldn't expect good townsfolk to be walking around with these symbols, so they're probably indoctrinating the least educated and those that wouldn't know what these symbols mean or what the power of having that symbology drawn on them would be.
Do they seem like these are people that might be marked for some specific purpose? Like maybe they've got like magical potential or something, or just they're being marked as they've been targeted?
Are you proficient in Arcana, or do you have the detect magic spell?
Ooh. No.
No? Okay. So I'll let you do another history check then.
Okay.
Okay.
Sounds a 16.
Okay, 16. Yes, these are signifiers that these people may in fact have either magical potential or could be sacrifices. You're really not sure without being able to directly see whether they're magical or not. However, from like studying this and trying to figure this out, you realize that cultists are following these people until they get to wherever they're stopping with the food. So if they're walking into a business or if they're walking into a small home, they're following these people around and then coming back.
So they're like tracking where they're going.
Yes, but only the ones that have the symbols drawn on their foreheads.
But then like once they enter that place, whoever's tailing them goes
Comes back
to
into the main square off of these main like 6 roads. Yes.
Okay.
All right, back to Pax and Humble. So Guillermo's just takes off flying, and this city guard hands off this child to an attendant of the mage school.
Do we see where Letty and Zephyr are?
That depends.
I'm
Letty,
not.
Zephyr,
I'm not
would you?
technically hiding. I'm blending.
Okay. You guys aren't hiding. You're just trying to stay away from the shiny armored lion that is a beam off off of the morning sun. Got it.
Right.
So yes, you can see them.
Well, since our friend seems to have left us and flown away like bird, we should probably join our other compatriots and see what they're doing.
Well, actually, what I could do is that, excuse me, officer. Yes,
Oh.
you.
Gods.
Yes. How may I help you?
Well,
Hello.
I am also friendly with the Mage Guild, and I will happily take that burden off of your hands and take it over to the Tartans and speak directly with Barris and Gorder, and we will get this child handed off to the appropriate person.
And the guard looks at you, looks up and down, you can tell he's looking for an insignia, and then he turns to the member of the mage school that's there to collect the child, and he's like, is he speaking for you? And she's like, I have no idea who this man is, but he's not a member of the school. So
I was just at the guild just yesterday. I will happily take this child off your hands.
Can I insight Pax? I'm just curious, like, to myself.
yeah, absolutely. Pax, either roll persuasion or deception.
Yeah.
I
And
got
Humble
a
roll
10.
an insight. Okay.
13.
Okay. So
Okay.
he seems on the up and up. Like he wants to take this kid to the mage school himself. Go ahead and roll a persuasion at disadvantage because you have to convince both the city guard and the
Acolyte.
the acolyte, the member of the mage school. So
21.
that's with disadvantage.
Yep, that was a 19 and a 14.
Mhm.
I have a +7.
Wow. Okay.
I'm a very persuasive kitty.
You know what? I do think I remember seeing him talking to the guild leaders. Yeah, I could do with a break anyways. Go ahead. You can take him. What was your name again?
My name is Zazie, and please don't forget it. We'll be seeing each other soon. I'll see you at the Mage Guild.
Okay. I'm gonna go grab some lunch and then I'll be back.
Okay. All right. Pax will hold his hand out to the child.
Okay. Yep.
And then take the child, and then we're gonna start making our way towards the Mage Guild. But as soon as we get around the corner, we're gonna try and see if we can get this child back to his mother.
Okay. Roll a simple stealth.
Okay. It's a 13.
Okay. That beats both their passive perceptions. And so you walk for like 2 blocks and you see the guard just go on his way back to the keep, and you just turn right around and you drop the kid back off at his mom's.
Here, hide. We will take care of this situation, but don't show yourself in public again. Here, at least for a little while. Here's 2 gold.
Do you know some place that we could go that we could stay safe from the mage school?
Go to the Chained Maiden, and they will direct you accordingly. Tell them that Zazie sent them.
Oh, okay, Zazie. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Zazie, yes.
Zazim. Okay, Zazim.
Yes.
Oh, thank you so much. And she reaches up and she kisses the human on the cheeks, and then she gives a little pet and scruff to the kitty. She's like, thank you.
Yeah,
And
hurry.
Yep, she runs off with her kid.
While I'm standing there by myself in the streets.
Watching just all of this craziness go
Everyone
down.
has left me.
Yep.
Good.
Well, I mean, he only walked like 5 feet away from you to do this.
Humble finds himself standing in town alone, looking where next adventure may go. He looks side to side. And he goes and finds the other people down there. And I walk toward Letty and Zephyr.
Okay.
He speaks
Captain
in
Claus.
third person.
Hello. Yeah, he's narrating his own self.
I love it. He needs a bard. He needs a bard to follow him around.
This is why I do things alone.
Hello.
Uh,
It is me, Humble, if you had forgotten.
You are a bit conspicuous, aren't you? And
I fight in the name
Zephyr's
of
just gonna
light.
give him a little pat on the arm. Just a little pat.
all
You
right.
operate
Jump
in light. I operate in darkness.
We can change that.
No.
Over to
No.
Gearmos. You fly up. Now, my question to you is, you get close to the keep and you notice that it is walled off with guards standing out front. Do you fly down to the main entrance or do you fly over the wall?
I'm flying down to the main entrance.
Okay. Hello?
Is your
What
governor
can I
in?
do for you?
I have a little chat to have with him.
With the governor?
Yes. He has a
Um,
couple things he's doing that I need to talk to him about.
He looks up at the sky, and you can tell he's trying to do math of the time in his head. And he goes,
You don't need to hurt
Actu-
yourself. It's okay.
"Actually, I think he would be available. Right this way." And he walks you in and takes you through the grand hall and
Murders
off to the
you.
right. And I'm sorry, what's that, Humble?
No, I said he murders you.
Depending on how Gearmos plays this, he might. So he walks you up to a big door and knocks and yeah, come in. And you can see as he opens the door, there are two half orcs dressed in the same city guard armor as the humanists escorting you, and then sitting behind the desk is a large, rather clean-looking dwarven man. And he goes, "Yes, what is it?"
You're the governor, right?
"Yes, I'm the governor."
You're aware that your town's guys are just kind of stealing children from parents that the academy is laying off and not giving jobs to then try to take the children to the academy and use for their own nefarious causes, right?
I'm sorry. Okay. Hold on. So, are you one of my constituents? And he pushes the glasses up off of the bridge of his nose.
No, I'm just someone here who has seen things and would like to make a deal with you.
Oh, okay. Well, come on in and have a seat. I don't normally make deals. I work for the common good of the people, but I'm always happy to hear ways that I could improve. So, please come in, have a seat.
Well, seems to me like you're in the business for making money, right? That's what everyone wants to do.
No, I do this job because I believe in making this town the best that it can be.
I'll give him a little wink. Yeah, best it can be.
I'm sorry, but I don't know who you think you're talking to.
Right now, little man.
Guards, go ahead and take him.
Whoever touches me needs to roll a what is it? A wisdom saving throw?
Okay. Wow. We're gonna get into it. All right.
This is happening.
This is happening. Should have known that I had to have city guard pulled up as somebody to attack.
Always, man. Always.
I was counting on it being Biddle, though. God damn me.
Just so you know, this is how our in-persons go. all
Yes.
the time.
Okay.
Not exactly. I usually talk less.
No, well, I'm not saying you in particular, but the situation.
Yes, I am just a harmless pussycat.
All right.
So
Chaos
someone
has
has
been redeemed.
Yeah, chaos has been redeemed. So the next NPC ability check attack or is an auto crit.
So it's an auto success for this guy to save his wisdom saving throw?
Yeah.
That's cheap. That was way after I claimed that.
Then I will let it be the next one.
I appreciate that because
Yeah.
it adds to it if it fails.
Right, I gotcha. That is a 16.
I meet he beats it, right? Okay.
I'm sorry.
Nothing happens
Yes.
then.
Okay.
I'll just say I do not like being touched when I'm trying to talk to somebody.
Yes, but you called me a small man, and I
You
don't
are
have
a small
time.
man, are you not? I don't see how
No,
that
I'm
is a insult.
I'm
Just
a
kidding.
tall dwarf.
Still
I'm
smaller
really
than.
tall for a dwarf.
Are you really tall though, or is it just the fuck are they called? What the hell are those shoes called that have like stilts? They're not stilts.
Lifts.
Lifts.
He
Wow.
goes, I'm sorry, but you either need to go or my guards are going to touch you.
That is not my consent.
Excellent. Roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh
All
boy.
right.
19.
All right. You go first. So
cast
you have
invisibility
3
on
guards
myself.
plus the dwarf. Huh?
I cast invisibility on myself.
Okay.
And I will circle the dwarves. Or circle to be behind the dwarf. Correction, where's the window?
The window is behind the dwarf.
Yeah, I'll go behind the dwarf then.
Okay. So you go up to the window behind the dwarf.
Yep.
You push the window
Nope.
open.
I'm just behind him right now.
Okay. So let's see. Invisibility. What is it? I have to.
I always find it odd because it's invisibility, like you're rolling with like disadvantage or something to attack, but I don't know.
You wouldn't know where he's at in the room right now.
Right. Concentration for 1 hour.
Cool.
All right. So they are going to all swing wild, and there is no chance that the guards can hit you. So we will just have the dwarf swing around his cane at disadvantage.
That part is he could probably still hit me because super shitty AC.
So we'll roll it twice. So it is with the lowest roll of 14 to hit.
Yeah, he would hit.
Okay. And
Well, this is your next attack with that guy, right? So wouldn't the chaos come in for a crit?
Oh, yeah.
Automatic crit?
yeah, it would have. Yep.
Yeah.
Okay. So instead of taking 3 damage, you'll take 6.
Okay.
And then I think you have to maintain concentration.
Yeah, I rolled real quick. Give me a second to.
Yep.
Nope, that's specific. Okay, nope, I failed that. I only have 7.
Okay. So the guards have already gone. The dwarf is already gone. So it is top of initiative again. You are standing right in front of the dwarf.
I grab him, jump out the window.
Okay. So make a grapple check.
Is that just
Or an
strength versus
athletics
strength?
check. I'm sorry. Make an
Athletics?
athletics check.
16.
Okay. And he will roll. All right. You got him. And you're jumping out the window. So you and he will each take 3 slashing damage. And what is your max carrying weight?
Oh, I'm not
He
going to
is
carry him.
Oh, okay.
I jump out of them and fly away.
You jump out with him, but you immediately let him go as soon as you're out the window?
Yep.
Okay.
How high is this keep?
You are currently on the 3rd story. So, all right. So, do you even bother to look around and see, or do you just fly off?
I just fly off.
All right. So, as you fly off, the dwarf hits the ground and goes splat. And now I've got to shoot arrows at you.
Good luck.
Do you gotta?
That's fine.
How many guards are on those towers?
There's 8 that can see him.
I would say for them all to react really quick would be impressive.
So it looks like only 3 hit. And whenever the dice settle on the screen, 13 damage. And with that, someone's killed the governor! Someone's killed the governor! Look to the skies! Look to the skies! And you just start hearing it as you're flying, echoing in front of you, as the city guards are just shouting this forward through the whole city. And, you're just gonna keep flying?
Yeah.
Where are you flying to?
To the church.
Okay. Excellent. So,
Excellent. Excellent is maybe not the word I would use.
Well, you know, Zephyr, we weren't seen with him.
does a 13 hit?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How long does it take me to fly to the church? I would have cast some type of healing spell on myself as I was flying.
Oh, okay. This is 4 damage, and it'll take you 3 rounds of combat to get there.
Okay.
Okay.
Are you an Aarakocra?
Nope.
What are you flying as?
I'm a tiefling. With
Oh.
wings.
Okay.
All right. So only one can take a shot. You get to the church, and all of you can hear this echo of the governor's been killed. It's the flying tiefling.
As
coming-
as I'm flying to the church, I'm trying to play it off like the church sent me.
Okay. Roll a deception, I guess.
How are you trying to?
That's a 30.
Yeah. How are you trying to do it?
The cult didn't want him anymore. They said it wasn't paying enough money to him. Get rid of their enemy.
Wow.
Oh, I'm just gonna go ahead and say this now because there's no changing it. You literally killed the only politician that wasn't in their pockets.
Exactly. So everyone who knows he wasn't now, they're going to attack the cult.
Oh my god. Okay. So do you just like dive bomb into the church doors?
No, I'll go to what's the church look like? I already forget. Does it have like a bell tower and everything?
No, there's no bell tower to it. No.
I'll go to
There's
the
a chimney.
I don't have anything for a chimney. I'll go to the back of it and land.
Okay.
Is there like a door in the back?
No, there is not.
Damn. Can't pass.
At this point, the rest of you see about 6 or 7 city guards starting to run in from various streets towards the front of the church.
I wonder what happened.
Is there a like bushes stuff behind the church?
No, it's literally an alleyway with another house behind it.
Okay, I will dive into
There is a
the
back
house.
door to that house.
I'll go to the house.
Okay.
And, I can swear I had a concealing stuff. Am I just going crazy? Do I not have what I thought I had? I always go to the house and cast Tiny Hut.
Okay, so you go through the back door of this house. There's nobody inside of it, and you cast Tiny Hut in the kitchen area.
I'm gonna kick back for 8 hours and watch this unfold.
Okay. So as these 8 guards are now like walking around surrounding the church, the city guard that was dealing with you, Zaz, Pax, he's like, the tiefling, he was with that one and that one over there, and points to you and Humble. He goes, he was with them. I saw them earlier as I was trying to take care of some of the town business. And so the 8 city guards come rushing up to you guys, swords drawn. And they're like, where is your tiefling friend?
We haven't seen him since he flew off to that building over there. And I'll point towards the building that he flew off to.
Yes, he just assassinated the governor.
In all this confusion, I
Yes.
am going to try to sneak away before the guards had come up.
Okay, yeah.
Because I know what kind of situation this is.
Yep, you got it. Zephyr, they currently don't know that you guys are together, so unless Pax or Humble say
I'm not
something-
saying anything to
Right.
anybody. I'm
right,
doing
I
this on my
got you.
like,
Yep, you're being a rogue. You're roguing it. It's fine.
But I'm seeing this though. I'm seeing all of this.
They're literally like 5 feet away from you too, because Humble and Pax had walked up to you in the meantime.
No.
I just
Nope. Okay. No. 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 I'm. No.
They're currently only talking to Humble and Pax. They're not talking to you.
But it would look very suspicious probably at this point if I tried to walk away.
you're standing there by yourself. I'm not
So-
there anymore.
So I want to
Yeah.
turn toward the
Yeah,
guard.
I'm like looking around for. And she's gone, and I'm just trying to stay composed. And can I like, while the guards are distracted and talking to the other 2, can I try to just like kind of pull away and walk?
Yeah, go ahead and roll me a stealth check.
Oh, okay. That's not promising. Oh my god.
Okay.
Natural one. Oh wait. Oh no, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. No, it wasn't. I'm so sorry. No, that's a 7. That's not a 1. Oh, it's still 8. It's not good. It was
Well,
an 8.
hold on. I got to roll for their perception, and you might be lucky because they're going at disadvantage because they're concentrating on the 2 that have been called out. Yeah, you managed to stealth away. You literally, you're just take 2 steps back and then just sidestep around the corner of the building. And Humble, you were getting ready to say something to the guards. Yep.
I just met this person quite recently. I wouldn't call them a compatriot or friend at this point, but if they did what you accused them of, I will help you find them and put an end to them, because we can't have lawlessness killing going on in the town.
I'm with him.
Yes.
That's deplorable act.
We do not associate with murderers and thieves. I don't really know you, Letty.
Right. I know. It's so great. Zephyr literally smashed a guy's skull in after spitting in his eye, and Letty's just all sorts of dangerous. But
I didn't see
you
it.
don't know that. Yeah, you
Yeah.
didn't see it. It didn't happen. So I understand that Humble's being genuine. Pax, I imagine you are also being genuine
Yes.
in this. Okay. So they're like, okay, well, if you see him, you report him directly to a member of the city guard, because this is going to throw everything into chaos.
Is he under penalty of death, or is he under penalty of capture?
Oh no, it's going to be death on sight, because now the town council's going to take weeks to appoint a new governor, and by then, who knows what the... Huh?
If I find him, I will deliver his corpse to you.
Excellent. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And he reaches out his hand. Your name?
Humble.
It's a pleasure to meet you. I'm Ryan.
Hello, Ryan.
And you?
I'm Zaz. And then you'll see, instead of the human holding out his hand, it'll just be the cat.
Oh,
You have to
it's a
talk
friendly
to the
kitty you've got
kitty.
there.
Yes, the kitty, very small.
Now,
so the cats.
I have an important. Is there a reward for bringing him back?
I don't know yet, but I would imagine it's going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 1,000 gold for his corpse.
My friend Pax, justice is the only reward we need.
Yes, but money is, certainly a happy second.
To distribute to the poor, I'm sure.
Barris is like, I'd be okay with you distributing it to the poor.
You just see the cat just like, yes.
All right, so we're now down 1 tiefling bard. All right, so the guards start fanning out, and they are traveling now in groups of 4, and they are there's guys walking around with only half of their guard uniform on, and they are just buzzing all around the town.
Pax, where did our friends go?
I think it's time that we head back to the Chained Maiden and get some rest.
It sounds like a fantastic idea. Maybe that's where our other 2 compatriots went.
Wait, when I look behind me, I'm like, where'd they go?
Yeah, so when you guys walked over, there was a Letty and there was a Zephyr, and they're not there anymore.
Oh, hopefully we'll meet up with them, and hopefully they don't assassinate anybody important beforehand. Let's go, Humble.
I agree. So we're going to head back to the Chained Maiden.
Okay, so you guys head back to the Chained Maiden. Letty and Zephyr, you can see the 3 of them walking off. Both Zaz, Humble, and Barris are walking back towards the Chained Maiden. And Zephyr, you can see them. Letty, you can see Zephyr just peeking her eyes. You can tell from the back of her head that she's peeking her eyes over a barrel. Just watching. very, very good hide for a non-person in your profession, but very, very suspicious to somebody that actually stealths for a living.
Yeah. I will be circling my way towards the church.
Okay. So you're walking in towards the church?
Yeah.
Like closer to it? Okay. So Zephyr, you see Letty step out from behind you and just walk right past you. And she is heading towards the opening of the church.
Oh, she's not stealthing?
I'm still blending in with the people that are around, so it's all chaotic still, I'm assuming.
Oh yeah, it's total chaos, and neither one of you match the description of a tiefling wearing garish clothing.
So I'm doing what any
Thank
older
God for
person I'm doing what any older person would do in the marketplace, and I'm just kind of like, you'll see me go to like one group of people and I'll be listening into what they're saying, and then I'll move. I'm heading to the church, but I'm not doing like a direct movement towards the church.
Okay. As you guys are moving around towards the church, I imagine Zephyr, you're kind of trying to follow Letty's lead.
My plan actually was to go kind of in a direct shot toward the church. My thought process being that with people being kind of panic stricken a little bit, like the civilians themselves, they're probably going to be seeking some sort of stability, and if I can kind of follow the flow of the crowd toward the church, which would make sense for them to be kind of going toward for some sort of comfort, just to kind of see if I can blend with the crowd and slip maybe into the church just to scope things out.
Okay, there are a lot of people, not only like the people that were going for food, but now there seems to be a lot of people heading into the church, and there's even like a few people that are running into the church. And as you're kind of like making your way in, Zephyr, you can hear, like, you're maybe 20 feet away from the door, but it's like people piling in. You can hear, move out of the way, move. And Letty, you see them hauling the governor's body on a stretcher in towards the church.
Oh, I wouldn't know it was the governor.
No, you wouldn't. But
I'm just
you
seeing
heard
somebody...
the governor's been assassinated, and now there's a person being followed, or being held up by city guards and being followed by officials into this church, and they're pushing the crowds and the masses out of the way. Zephyr,
can I?
Yeah.
I would like to follow.
Okay.
And pull out my like holy symbol.
Okay.
Once they get to like a stopping point, offer my healing services.
Okay, so essentially they walk you up to the front of the altar. I can't see on the stream. Do we have the temple pulled up, Humble?
No, you have to activate it. Just right click the tab at the top for it, and hit activate.
Okay.
Will you be able to like move it around, or?
You'll be able to. I won't be able to. I can move it some.
Okay.
Yeah, I can move it some once it's loaded.
So you said right corner?
There's little tabs in the upper left.
Okay.
Find that one. I think it's just called Temple, and just right click it, and a little sub menu will drop down, hit activate.
Okay.
There you go. You do not own a ticket with vision. Let's see. Hold on.
So as you
over on the right hand where the scenes are.
Okay.
Right click the scene and go to configure.
Right click the scene And create scene, create folder, search screen.
The specific scene that says temple.
Okay. Right click on that.
Yep. And then go to configure.
Configure. All right.
And you'll see vision.
Scene name, permissions.
It's at the very top. It's one of the tabs.
Basic grid, lighting, and ambiance.
Hold on.
Permissions, GM only.
No, I get you.
Okay. All right. So as you walk in, Zephyr, what you're seeing on the screen, all these pews and everything, staircase off to the right, they take him all the way up to the altar. And as this door to the left, as you're looking at the altar, this back door opens up. You can see someone that he instantly makes you uneasy. This human, he is dressed like a priest of some kind, but he is instantly making you uneasy. And so you basically can react to try to heal him, or you can try to talk to everyone, or you can try to stop this person before they can get over to the body.
Can I reach? Like, am I near the body, like within touching distance?
You can move like 20 feet to touch the body, or you can move 20 feet to block the person that's getting ready to walk over to the body.
Okay. I am going to rush and touch the body and try to use spare the dying.
Okay.
Kind of holding the chords, holy symbol, really concentrating, and with a quick, like, kind of brushing touch.
Yep. You hear a gasp of air come out of his lungs, and you can hear the really labored breathing. Oh, we've got a healer here. Please help him.
I can do my best. I'll try, and I'm gonna kind of put a little bit of a firmer hand on and try to cast Cure Wounds.
Okay.
I guess.
Go ahead and roll up the healing effect on that.
That's 9.
Okay. So he opens his eyes, and you can see some of the swelling's gone down, but he is still a broken body, and he's just and you feel this icy cold hand reach around your shoulder, and you feel kind of these, almost like there's no meat there. It almost feels like bone, cold bone. Just, would you like my help in healing our fair governor?
Do you know healing spells? I'm going to keep my head down.
Yeah.
Kind of turned away and pretending like I'm focusing on the governor specifically, so that I'm not looking at this creep.
Right. He goes, well, of course. We here at the Church of the Undying, we all know how to keep people breathing and moving.
That wasn't the question that I asked.
And he reaches over with his bony hand and just touches the governor, and you see the governor go, oh, and you can see that the broken bones in his chest are starting to reset, and his lungs are now operating at full capacity. And that's where we're going to pause with you. Letty, you see this scene of everybody running in.
Hold on. Okay.
Yep.
Here's what I want to do.
Okay.
I am trying to pinpoint a guard that might be by themselves, roughly the same height as me.
Okay. There is a female guard that stood outside of the temple, and as you're looking around, it seems like everybody's either in the temple or they're still zooming around looking for the tiefling, or they're carrying about their way. Like,
I am going to hobble up to her and be like, I think I saw the tiefling. The tiefling went around the corner there into the alley. Come, follow.
Okay, and she follows you around to the back of the building.
All right. As I'm walking around, I'm coating my rapier in poison. And when we get out of...
Are you coating it in your own, or are you coating it in the one that...
I'm coating it in my own.
Okay.
So if I have to do a sleight of hand to do that, I will.
No, I'm of the opinion that you've always got one in the chamber, so to speak.
Okay.
Yep.
Me too.
And as soon as we are out of sight of the chaos, I will attack her.
Okay. Roll an attack with advantage, because she's like looking through the windows of these houses.
Okay, 26 to hit.
That'll hit.
She needs to make a 14 save, con.
She did not make it.
Okay, so that is... Do I get my sneak attack since
yes.
She didn't know this was coming?
Yes.
Okay. So there's that. Plus... So 24.
Okay. She just and falls over dead.
Okay.
And she falls over dead right in front of the back door of this house.
Okay. I will... What I'm going to do is... Is the door open? Like,
it is actually slightly ajar already.
Okay. I'm going to drag her in. I'm going to rip off the wig and the prosthetics and stoke them away in my belongings.
Hold on. Before you start stripping everything away, Gearmos, you see the guard and...
Question. Has it been 8 hours?
It has not.
That I'm just chilling?
Okay. Now, I forget how Tiny Hut works. Can the person see the tiny hut from the outside?
Nope. It just...
So it's just invisible.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What happens if they run into it?
They would know it's there. Yeah.
Okay. So as you're dragging this body in, Letty, you like feel your back hit against something, but when you turn around, there's nothing there. It's just a walkway into the living room.
You put this thing right in front of the door?
No, I'm in the kitchen.
Right. He came in Letty, she came in the same door that you did. And so she is in the kitchen now. And she is like literally trying to pull this body in.
If I see Letty, I would let him just come in.
Okay. So you see Letty dragging this body. So you poke your head out of the tiny hut and you're like, hey, come on in.
Come join me in my dungeon.
Well, fucked this job.
Hey,
So I drag the body in with me and I start stripping it down and I take off my. I don't even care that he knows. I rip the wig off. You see this like flowing red hair come out from underneath the wig. I pull the prosthetics off. I look 30 years younger than what I was portraying myself as. And I start putting the guards stuff on.
Okay.
so we all have our fun
And-
secrets.
We're gonna skip.
Like, so I'm keeping my stuff on. I'm just putting on pieces to make it look
the
like
outer
I'm
garb. Right.
yeah,
The outer garb to portray yourself. Yep.
as a city
Understood.
guard. That's
Yep.
what I'm doing.
Okay.
You have fucked us.
Humble and Zaz, you guys make it back to the Chained Maiden, and it's open for business now. People are drinking, wine is flowing. Humble, you've never seen this place in operation before. There are quite a few partially nude creatures dancing around it on various tables and stages, and there's 2 different musical performances going on that are complementary to each other.
Okay.
But there is a lot of access going on in here, but you can tell that it is all consensual. Everybody's there to have a good time.
I believe we should find a table in the corner and avert our eyes from what we're seeing here and wait for the rest of our compatriots, -1, to return so that we can accomplish our job this evening. What do you say, Kitty?
That is an excellent idea. I don't need any more distractions, especially after the day we've had.
Yes, what should have been something very simple has now become very complicated, and now I must kill a friend at my own hands, and I must make peace with that.
I mean, friend is
It's a loose term, yes.
very. I mean, you have known him for about an hour and a half.
He did
It's
say
been about 3 hours at this point.
he did say he would like to collect souls. It's unfortunate that will be what we will have to do.
I mean, that's true, but he is very formidable in combat. So maybe after we purge the church, then you can seek justice.
I will not be able to. My moral code must stand before all others.
And that's fine. It's all about the timing. It's like we have to work this plan in so that we can get everything done. Purge the corruption of the church in the town. Okay, number 1. Number 2, hand over Guillermo's head or whatever it is you want to do. That's fine.
As you guys are talking, the Demfir bard from the night before comes over as you guys sit down. He has a seat shortly after you guys while you're having this conversation. He goes, "Wow, you guys really screwed this up.
Please,
We've
please.
been playing.
It's not you guys.
Okay.
Yes. We are here as we all planned. I can't speak for the rest of them. Look at the rest of the empty chairs at the table. Look who's here, meeting their side of the bargain, and look who's not.
My kitty friend actually did a good deed and helped a small child out today. That is all we've done today is good. But someone we were with earlier decided to do bad.
Oh, by the way, he's aware of the situation. They're humble. Okay, he's speaking from a vantage of knowledge of the situation.
Yes.
Well, I didn't realize it wasn't part of your group's plan to, almost kill the governor.
No, we were all on board for coming here and then going to the church tonight. I'm still fine with that because nothing's deviated from this. I can't speak for the rest of the team, Guillermo's, Letty, and Zephyr, but Humble and I, we'll meet our side of the bargain. Right, Humble?
As long as you meet yours, we will meet ours. But if we find this criminal, we will deal with criminal while we were there.
In due time, after we take care of purging.
We
the
will
church.
see.
Well, we're gonna have to wait and see if you can even go to the church tonight, because the guards are on such high alert for Guillermo's right now.
Does that mean drinks and room tonight will be complimentary?
If you are not able to go, then yes, they will.
Good, good, because Dungeon Master gave me 0 money.
If you're going to refer to Lady Z that way, we prefer the term dungeon mistress.
You sleep outside, kitty. Hey, kitty. My cheese poofs.
All right, so we'll leave you guys there with the bard for a second and hop back over to Zephyr. Zephyr, as this bony, cold fingers reach out and heal him again, you see Barris's staff whack the arm away, and he just puts his hands on, and like he's literally just pumping everything he has into the governor, and he is over 30 seconds to a minute just miraculously healed, and then Barris literally falls to the floor. What? What'd I miss?
Nothing.
No, what'd I miss?
Nothing at all.
Damn it. If I had glanced up like just a half second later,
Damn it,
I would have
phrasing.
completely missed that.
What did I miss?
You'll catch it in the replay.
Don't worry about it.
Okay. There is no replay, I thought.
There is now.
Okay. Am I about to be like a 30-second short bonus action? Oh, great. Excellent. All right. So Barris heals the governor and just completely like falls over unconscious afterwards. And
Do I need to spare the dying this guy? Fuck.
no, he's alive.
He
He's
just
breathing.
passes out
Yeah,
because
he
he's
just
exhausted.
passes out. Yep. And you hear the bony handed priest go, "Get him out of here now." And two of the cultists pick him up and start carting him out, but the governor turns and says, "Leave him be." And the governor stands up slowly, and one of the guards hands him his cane, and the governor just starts walking, and he goes, "He is free to go. And get me back to the keep. I want that tiefling found, and I want him brought to me alive, and whoever captures him, I'm going to give them 600 gold. I want him beheaded." And we'll switch over to Letty and Gearmos. So Letty, you are all dressed up as a town guard.
What were you thinking?
In
We
my
had-
defense, all I said was "Don't touch me," and they decided to attack me. I was perfectly fine with leaving after that.
Why did you even go to the keep? That had nothing to do with our plans.
Oh, I just want to talk to him about the corruptions happening.
But
Gotta
we
make a
knew
deal.
there was corruption. We were trying to take it out. This just brings more complication.
Yeah, but you would have thought with me flying to a church saying a church sent me to kill him, that they would be a lot less trusting of the church. But I can see that they brought him right in. Well, I saw a crowd of guards in the front door, which seems that they apparently just ignored what I said.
Well, they had nothing to go on other than you killed the governor.
No big deal. I've killed far less for worse.
I need to get out there and see what's going on. I suggest you stay hidden for as long as possible.
Oh, don't worry. No one will ever find me.
Do something with his body, please. I don't need any more suspicion.
Oh, that I can help with.
And I leave.
All right.
I go out, and since I saw Zephyr heading towards the church itself, I go ahead and act like I'm a city guard and start
Okay.
heading that direction.
As you walk in, you see the what you're assuming is the governor, based on the fact that there are just gobs of guards around him, and he is like walking arm in arm with Barris out the door.
Okay.
And
I'm not saying anything about that. I'm going to pretend that I don't even know who Barris is.
right, and Barris does not recognize you.
Nope.
And
I will make my way around to behind Zephyr.
okay, Zephyr, you are standing there with this bony priest that just looks completely pissed off. Like, he looks angry about the way he just got shown up. Or maybe it's the fact that he didn't get to cast whatever spell it is that he wanted to cast on the governor. You're not quite sure.
Whatever it is, I'm trying really hard not to look too smug about it.
Okay.
And I am going to try to move to follow the governor out.
I will
Okay.
grab her by her arm.
Okay.
This one's coming with me. And I kind of jolt her forward. And I whisper into her ear, just follow my lead, Zephyr.
I guess I'm walking along with her like an idiot.
All right. And you guys are walking out, or you're staying in the church?
I'm staying away. We're heading out. I'm guiding her out of the church, but I'm staying far enough behind the entourage with the governor.
Okay. The governor, while it took you all that time to get up to the altar where Zephyr was, the governor and Barris are now long gone.
Okay.
When you exit, do you exit over by the tub and the staircase to the north, or do you walk past the doors to the south?
Whatever way I came in.
Okay, so if you guys want to roll me quick investigation checks.
Okay. Well, and I'll as we're walking, I'll be
Mhm.
like, "It's me, Letty."
Are you sure? That's a 17 on investigation.
Okay.
A 14.
Okay. So Zephyr, you were already really curious. So that first door, when you walk by it, is very clearly a bedroom. And you can only imagine that it did not look this nice as far as the furniture and the tapestries. And there is something about that room as you walk past it that really gives you the creeps. You guys walk past the next door, and it is closed. Nothing to, notice about it. The next door you walk past is slightly ajar, and you can smell the food cooking in what you imagine is the kitchen. And then the last set of doors that you walk past is the dining room, and it is currently set up in almost like a buffet style where people are being fed their rations for the day.
Um, would it look particularly conspicuous for me to walk over to the tub?
No, not at all. There's people piled up in
Kind of
here.
milling around. Okay.
Yeah.
I really want to go and kind of take a look at that and see
Okay.
what the deal is with that.
That's not the plan. I'm getting
Yeah,
you out
well.
of here.
Give me a minute.
So, Letty, do you let Zephyr kind of lead you over that way? Like you're
Yeah, I'm going to. Yeah.
okay. As you guys kind of cut your way through those pews after you walk past the dining room, there's an odd stench coming from down the staircase as you walk over by the railing to it. And when you guys get over to the tub, roll me either an investigation or perception, whatever you have the best proficiency in.
An 18 in perception.
Okay.
9.
Okay. Zephyr.
I'm more worried about what's going on around us.
So it looks like clear, clean water in this tub, but you realize it's some sort of like illusion, and you like look down around it and there is just the tiniest little bits of speckled dry blood all around this tub. But it looks like clean water inside the tub.
Okay. Is it? It's like big enough for like a baptism, like a whole person.
Yeah, you can easily lay down a Goliath head to toe in this tub.
Does it smell like blood?
It does.
Are you satisfied? We need to regroup.
You don't get to disappear and then tell me what we're doing. But I will follow her out.
Okay. All right. Gearmos, you're just still hanging out for as long as Tiny Hut's on?
Yeah, I'm also going to work on hiding the body that Letty dropped off.
Okay.
What are you gonna do? Chop it up and stick it in your bag of holding?
Maybe. Maybe I'm a little hungry.
Fucking serial killer over here.
Yeah.
Or I'm in a house that has floorboards that I can just pull the floorboards up on.
You're just gonna telltale heart these poor civilians.
Is that your plan to get rid of the body, is
Casual.
to start tearing up floorboards?
Yeah, I try to pry him up to put the body under.
Okay. Not a problem. We'll get back to that here in a bit. So Humble and Zaz, you're sitting there, and Lady
I saw them go back to the.
Yes, you did. Yep.
Okay.
You guys are sitting there trying to figure out what the hell your bad fortune could possibly be. And Lady Z walks out of her little private meeting room, walks across, sits down with you guys, and she goes, "Well, the governor is alive,
That is good.
and currently Gearmos has disappeared out of my vision."
I would imagine his bounty is still the same for committing the crime.
Does that mean
No,
he's dead?
I believe it is $600 or 600 gold, and they want him captured so that the governor can see him hung himself.
I could arrange that. I think I could restrain myself, much like my friend Kitty here would like me to.
Just wait. Tactfully address Gearmos after we purge the church. Right? See? Right?
That sounds like a fantastic plan.
don't know if I can find myself cohorting with people that are murderers.
Is it cavorting, or is it just two opposing parties with the same objective?
In this case, the enemy of my enemy is still my enemy.
Like counting on my fingers.
And
That's fine.
Barris slowly walks in, and he gets about halfway across the floor of the Chained Maiden to where you guys are, and Letty, well, you would know it's Letty. Zephyr
You
comes
just see
in
a
with a
city-
city guard.
Yeah.
Yeah, Zephyr comes in with a city guard.
Oh,
Oh,
she must
see,
have gotten
that
herself
looks important.
captured.
Yes, you should take a look at that. We'll just sit back here and wait for this evening.
Yeah, go ahead and go to the private room. That's fine.
I'm actually going to get up and head to the city guard.
Okay.
Excuse me. Whatever they've
It's
done,
not what it looks like.
Sure, it's
Humble.
a misunderstanding.
Humble.
I will take care of this. Don't
Humble.
worry. I will take care of this.
Humble. It's Letty.
It is not Letty. This is not little old lady. This is someone completely different.
Letty.
I
would
just
you
laugh. Well, then it seems to have worked.
That sounds like
you-
Letty.
explain?
One does not. I take off the city guard cap.
Is it Oktoberfest or something? Is it spooking season where you dress in different clothes? What is going on?
I do what I must to get the jobs done.
What does that mean?
Let me introduce myself properly. The name is Scarlet. Scarlet Nesbit.
So you have
Investigator,
different
private
names.
investigator.
Is
Private
anyone
investigator,
here
what are
not
you
lying about
investigating?
something?
I have
I
not
I
have
lied
never
lied
lied.
about
single
anything.
thing.
Just because I use false appearances does not mean I'm a liar.
What is a costume but a lie to everyone else? You must stand proud. And I bang on my armor. Shine for all to see.
Not all of us work that way.
Maybe a little too shiny for my taste. Humble. It's easier if you can blend.
I walk past both of them and head into the back room.
Okay.
So we must convene so
this
that we
was
may
supposed to
capture
go.
our former compatriot and end his suffering.
And his suffering. What are you talking about?
The
All
governor
have
wants
plans
to
for Gearbox.
capture him and, end his suffering.
How about we take this conversation into a private setting?
Lady Z just gestures to the door, of the private room.
Okay,
Not a bad idea.
we'll follow little costume lady.
Little costume lady. Yeah. Oh,
So you guys all get set up and sit down in the room, and you've got
Kitty.
about 4 hours before dusk still.
I did not see anything in that tub, but apparently it interested you.
well, it's not water. There's blood in there. A lot of blood.
Did not see that. It was
A
clear
lot of
liquid to
blood.
me.
I'm sorry, but what tub are we talking about?
In the chapel, in the church,
Oh.
in the sanctuary area, there's a big enough
tub of
to
blood?
drown a Goliath. It's full of blood, and I'm getting a really nasty, unclean vibe from the head priest, whatever's down those stairs, whatever they're using the blood for, obviously. Humble, if you weren't sure before, I could pretty much guarantee you now there's something wrong in that
Are-
church.
Are we sure it's not the work of our friend Gilmanos?
I am very sure.
Because he did do bad thing.
He's gone now.
Oh, did you
Mm.
take care of him?
No, he ran off.
How do you know he's gone?
He disappeared. We all saw him disappear. And he's not here. He's gone.
Those who do evil are never truly gone until they're...
He is not
gone.
the problem right now. Humble?
Yes, we now have two problems, I know. Humble gets this.
The church is our main focus. That is what we are being tested on. That is what we are getting paid for.
Honestly, it seems like the city guard has our friend here well in hand. They'll find him or they won't. You know, whatever. But what I'm really concerned about is what's happening in that church. It doesn't smell right to me. It doesn't feel right to me. And whatever that priest was trying to do to the governor before I was able to heal him, it wasn't good.
See, look, Humble, you're sitting in the vicinity of a hero.
It seems these people need freedom from this life.
From this life now.
If these are the type of people that are in charge of the government in this town, then it needs to be taken care of.
Well,
When I healed the governor, he didn't seem to be marked like some of the other members of the town council. I think that Zephyr stopped the priest from being able to put his influence on the governor.
Do you think that that priest has reanimated the other city council members?
Or put a spell on them somehow. It's very clear that he and the rest of that congregation and the mage school have swayed multiple members of the city under their influence.
Well, because of the actions of our missing compatriot, it will be a lot more difficult to get the job done tonight, as I'm pretty sure they will be all under high alert.
That's very true.
I am still up for doing the job. It's just a matter of timing now. Maybe all this chaos will put them off their guard. I don't know.
Do we still think it's best to wait? Are we gaining anything by waiting?
Not
Well,
really.
Z, do you have contacts at the church right now?
No, but I could send somebody over there to take a look.
Well, maybe not to take a look, but maybe to drop a hint as to where Girmos is on the other side of the town.
I'm sorry, you're asking me to misdirect the city guard as
Yes.
to Girmos's location?
Yes, they're on the lookout for Girmos. And if we tell them he's on the other side of the town, that may leave an opening over here at the church.
She rings his bell, and one of the barmaids walks in. I need you to go and report that the tiefling that they are looking for is down at the docks. Somewhere around the Red Band's ships would be appropriate. That way we don't get any of our other friends in trouble by proxy. Done.
All right. Now, ladies,
I'll start
Gentlemen.
taking off the city guard garb. You might want to get rid of these as well. No use in leaving evidence.
Where did you get those, by the way?
It's best that you don't have all the answers there, my lioness friend. Obviously, you are very judgmental, and maybe this wasn't the job for you.
Laws are made for a reason, and we must follow them.
They're also meant to be bent from time to time.
He just steps back and obvious look on the face of just not agreeing.
so in 3.5 hours' time, we'll meet up here. We'll make our way to the church.
All right. So, would anybody like to take one more walk around the outside of the church before dusk settles in? Or
I will.
do you guys want
And
to
this
go?
time I will do it by myself.
Okay.
He's gonna go finish off the governor.
I don't kill those who don't need to be killed.
All right. So, right as dinner time sets in and you go for your walk, you see that the windows are getting closed up. People are being led out, and they very quietly close the doors and lock them. As you walk around the front of the building, there is no movement in the main hall. There's nobody sitting or praying. You see people going from downstairs up into the kitchen or the dining room, and then more people going downstairs. You count that there's about 9 people in this building. That you're sure there's 9 distinct people at least.
Okay. At least in the upper area.
That's between the going up and down that you've seen.
Yeah. Yep. Okay. I will. Is there any doors that are kind of out of the way, or is it just the main entryway?
It's just the main entryway or a window.
Okay. Okay. I will take my findings back to the rest of the group.
Okay.
Well, the only entrances are either the windows or the front door. And it seems that there's about 9 individuals that are rotating around the top 2 floors. Everything else is quiet. It seems that the ruse of the docks have quieted down the city guard in the area.
Good.
So I suggest if we are all ready, we make our way over.
And we will send the mage team to deal with the mage school at the same time.
Hopefully someone from their party did not make a rash decision like ours.
Well, we can only hope.
All right.
I
So
tie my hair back into a bow.
you guys make your way to the church.
I am going to, since we saw where the kitchen was, I want to try to get in through one of those windows.
Okay. So you walk up to the kitchen window, and as you're looking into it, somebody looks like they're finishing up the last meal of the night, and they walk into the dining room.
Where is the office that controls the alarms from here?
It's the next room over. We would have to go out into the hallway and then hang a left.
Okay. I will try to open the window.
Okay. Sleight of hand check.
Are you fucking kidding me? Natural one.
All right.
I get a +9 to this motherfucker.
So
+10.
what was the total of it?
11.
Just
But it's still
okay.
natural one.
Okay. So it was an 11. Okay. Hold on.
Few things I'm fucking good at, man. Natural one. Digital dice.
Hate digital dice.
You've got to be shitting me. Okay, so you break glass as you're trying to slide your pick in to open the window. You break a bit of the glass. It cracks, but it doesn't like completely shatter out of the window. And you like very quickly like go bouncing around the windows to the outside, and it doesn't look like anybody has noticed.
Well, you don't catch too many breaks like that.
I see what you did there.
Shall we continue?
After you,
Those
my
were-
stealthy friend.
We're
So
in
I
it this
need-
far.
I need a group stealth check, if I could.
Oh, I get the nat 20 on that piece of shit.
Well, there we go. That's still something.
19 for me.
Okay.
I got disadvantage, so 4.
Okay. Zaz?
21.
21. Okay. So the group as a whole passes the stealth check. You walk in and you enter in through the kitchen.
You want to move the tokens down into the kitchen?
Yep, you got it. Give me 1 second. The map's moving on me.
Yeah.
Is there a way to highlight everybody and move them all at once?
Left click and box select. And then just drag.
Oh, I gotcha. I guess I don't have to put Gearmos in here.
I made him hidden.
No, put him in timeout.
I'm gone. I'm long gone.
I thought he was hanging out in a bubble in the kitchen.
Right?
No,
So
you
did
don't
I.
know that.
Not this kitchen.
All right, so you guys have entered. Why do I have two people stacked on top of each other?
It happens.
There we go. Okay.
There's partying close like that.
All right, so you guys have entered the kitchen. I messed up. We're missing a door. Humble. To the office. But it's okay.
No, it's there. It's just not. There's just not an external door.
Right, there's supposed to be an external door. I
Yep.
totally missed it. All right, so Barris does tell you guys that once you exit out of here, the first door to your left, that is the room where all the alarms are.
Well, I could easily walk in where I need to go and disable things if needed. I may not be stealthy, but I am efficient.
Yes, this part, though, we need to be quiet about. This is where we can turn off all the alarms. I'll slightly open the door to see if I can see anybody walking about the hallway.
It is stone quiet out there.
Then I will make my way to the office door.
Okay. You make your way to the office door.
Yep. I'm going to
Okay.
be checking for traps.
All right. Go ahead and roll me an investigation check.
Dirty 20.
Excellent. There are no traps on this door, but the door is locked.
All right. And I will pull out the lock picks
All
and
right.
try
Sleight
it
of
in there.
hand. Yep.
18.
Click, click, and the door is unlocked.
Okay.
Now, is everybody standing out in the hallway with Letty, or are you guys still in the kitchen?
I was going to hang back and wait until I got an all clear.
Okay.
Yep.
So everybody's hanging out in the kitchen. All right. So Letty, you walk into this room solo, and there are all manners of bookcases. There's a couple of desks, and you can see on the wall, inside of the wall panel, there's a series of strings, and you can very clearly tell that they lead to the bells out in the main chapel.
They're an easy method of shutting them off.
Probably just cutting them and then slowly letting the line go slack.
I guess I will try that.
Go ahead, one more sleight of hand check for all 4 bells.
23.
Excellent. Not a peep is made as you release all of these.
Not to keep them in the kitchen waiting for long, I want to take just a quick glance in the office to see if there's anything noteworthy that might
Yes.
give us something.
Yes, there is a book that looks really, really fascinating. It's gold and it's got the face of a talking man on the front of it. There is a dragon's tooth that has been fashioned into a dagger. And on the desk, in a sealed glass case, is a petrified eyeball.
Well, shit. I will pick up the dagger and
Okay.
the book
Okay.
and then head back to the kitchen.
Okay.
I will hand the book over to his name, Remus, the cleric.
Oh, Barris? Yeah,
Barris,
Barris.
okay.
Yep. Okay.
I found this on the desk, and there seems to be an eyeball in a container in there, but the alarms have been disabled.
An eyeball?
Was it like a larger eyeball, or was it like
No, it was a human-sized eyeball, just
human-sized
petrified.
a petrified human-sized eyeball? Not something I would keep around, but
Ooh.
I'm not an evil cultist either.
Like the eyeballs that were drawn
No,
on
it
the
was
people?
like I pretend to pluck her eye out.
Roll a history check, Zephyr.
I'm so bad at these. Well, 14.
14. You've heard rumor that Vecna, when he was vanquished, left behind a petrified eye and a petrified left hand. And so the eye of Vecna has become a symbol of his inability to die as a lich, to truly ever be destroyed.
I'm gonna just relay that information quietly to Letty.
It's either
Did that
the genuine
cake look
thing.
like? How old did that look? How?
I
Do you
didn't
want to
do-
go and investigate it, Zephyr?
I didn't
No.
examine it. I was trying to get back here as quickly as possible.
Do you think it could be powerful? Do you think that case was? I don't
know.
Do you think
It
we
was.
should leave it there?
All I know is that it was locked up in a case.
Okay.
Well,
Well, I don't.
The book that I handed.
Yes. While you guys have been discussing this, Barris has examined it, and he goes, "Oh, well, this will probably help you," and hands it over to Zaz. He goes, "You need to take about 48 hours to read it." He goes, "But it should make your spells more powerful and your ability to talk even greater." Pax?
What is this?
You've been handed a tome of leadership and influence from
I'm
Barris.
Pax now. I'm sorry, I forgot.
I said Zaz at first, but you didn't respond, so I was like, Pax. Yep, so
Yeah.
you're good. But Zephyr, did you say you want to go investigate the eye?
Yeah, I guess I might.
Okay. Barris is gonna walk over there with you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Can I perceive the eye instead of investigate the eye?
Sure, you can perceive the eye, I guess. Are you going to, Letty?
I'm just gonna keep a lookout in the main hall. I'll go out into the hallway.
Okay.
It doesn't matter. It was a 9. I'm
Okay.
probably digital dice.
You think it's probably the eye?
Okay.
Pax and Humble, are you guys moving into the hallway as well, or are you staying in the kitchen?
Right now, I'm staying in the kitchen because I know I'm not real sneaky.
Okay, you got it. All right. So Barris is going to sit back and he starts casting spells, and you see a flash of purple light after the second spell that he casts, and he lifts up the glass off of the case, and he goes, "My religion forbids me to touch it."
Then why would you open it?
You want me to touch it?
I need somebody to protect it.
Oh my god.
I need someone to keep it out of the hands of these cultists if anything happens.
Okay. Okay. Is there can I dig around in my bag for a rag or something? And
Sure, yeah.
I don't want to touch it.
Right.
It's an eyeball.
Right.
Teeth are one thing, but petrified
It's
eyeball.
petrified. It's petrified. It's fine.
No.
I mean,
Also,
I have
a
no-
really
I have
ultra
no
powerful
problem.
thing, I definitely don't want to touch it. What is going on with that map?
I was fixing things, so it's fixed now. So that
Oh,
rooms
okay.
are
It was like,
so that rooms are appropriately dark. So
okay, gotcha. Yeah, so I don't want to touch it, but I will like use some like a handkerchief or whatever to
Okay.
like pick it up, tie it up, and like stick it in my bag.
All right. And
Have
then
it in
you
your eye
Gareth,
socket.
rejoin Letty out front. And Varys goes, well, do you think we should go investigate the bottom before we take care of everybody up here? Or do you think we should take care of them first?
Well, I want to point out it is time.
Mm-hmm. Man, this is so sad. We were so close. Man.
yeah, this
Thanks,
is where
Jeremy.
this is where we're gonna have to stop, unfortunately.
Oh man, I was so excited.
I did get the lighting stuff fixed, so yeah. Let me get back to your regular scheduled programming here. All right. Okay. Hey, we tried, right? I
Yeah,
don't know
we
when
absolutely
we're gonna
tried.
get a chance to pick this back up. Yeah,
Keep it
I
in
don't
your
know.
back pocket.
Keep in your back.
Oh no,
Maybe.
I'm gonna make Jeremy have to sit through our in person. This has now become the in person. Jeremy's just gonna have to
That's
sit there
fine.
for 12 hours while
Ma-
we finish.
Maybe we pick this up and finish it off on a Saturday or Sunday or something sometime or something
Yeah,
like that.
absolutely.
A special one. Unfortunately, when you start role playing, things can get out of control.
This is how every single player's introduction gets slowed down by weeks. Like I know it happened to me. I think Jeremy, you said it happened to you, right? Where when you were first joining,
I like
Oh,
an
that was
8-month
me,
wait.
and I still get criticized over it.
you get criticized because it was a delay in getting you introduced.
No, it was just it was a delay in getting the one shot off the ground. We would just
Oh,
like
okay.
RP it for like 4 hours, and yes, it extended the time of the one shot. It became like a 3 shot.
Well,
Yep,
either way,
it-
like, thank you for keeping me on my toes, Jeremy. I appreciate it.
Hey, I thought you improvised very well with the whole
Right?
scenario that shouldn't have happened.
Just so you know, when I said I don't consent, it was to being touched, not to fight. I
Right.
was perfectly fine with leaving, and you're like, roll. I'm like, okay, we're fucking doing this.
but
What
yeah,
do you expect? You can't go
yeah,
to the
that's
governor
what-
and be
Right, but
like,
that-
fuck you, dude.
that's what would
Right, that's
happen.
the
Like,
Right. You walked into a governor's office with 3 armed guards in there. You pissed him off. He told you to leave. You didn't leave. Then you cast a spell on one of the guards. And then
He doesn't know I cast a spell on him.
that didn't have verbal or semantic components.
No.
Oh, okay.
Well,
which spell was
I
it?
guess it is verbal. Never mind.
Yeah, yeah.
Right.
They
Yeah.
Well, the thing is, it literally could have been, don't touch me.
Right.
Or-
I understand
so-
that, but you literally
We're good.
Push-
It doesn't
Right,
bother me one way or
no,
another.
no, it doesn't bother me either. That's what I was saying is it was good. It kept me on my toes. But yeah, this was a lot of fun, guys. Thank you for letting me DM. I really enjoyed it.
next
job,
week.
bud.
Next week we will be back to Shadowspark Chronicles, which is yeah. There's a lot of fun. It's still waiting for that. Yeah, it's been like forever. It's been like a month. So we'll be diving back into that. And like I said, we'll have something Wednesday. I'm not quite sure what we're doing. So unless everybody's
Pepper, thanks for
schedules
stepping
wrap
in for
around,
Marslin.
unless everybody's schedules wrap around to spending a couple hours on this on Wednesday. So I'll leave that up to these guys in the post because not everybody can do Wednesdays.
Right.
So Yeah, no, this was good. So, yeah, great job, Jeff. We'll definitely have, I want to keep doing these and doing more of this kind of stuff and then involving some community people. We may have to kind of push it off, put them in a situation where they can't RP as much, more like what we do at Midland, right?
Right, yeah.
The
Very,
sealed,
very railroady.
the sealed box to keep it within the time frame.
Right.
But hey, this is part of it. You're still not going to surpass Oz's first in person that went for like, I don't know, 20 some hours. Well, it started with us in the in person, right? And then it went to digital, like multiple sessions as well, right? Like there was a whole thing, like it was several hours.
It was a lot. I had like introductions for each one of the players, how they were finally going to meet, and then be able to go off, and it took a while.
But that's really not your fault though, because like you're in a campaign setting that you're all used to, like that's fine, right? Because we don't care. But right. in a one shot, it becomes more problematic. But that's fine. That's fine. As long as people are having fun, that's key.
Right.
So speaking of in person, I've got something here that we're going to do for the community. So each year we get together, our group, and we don't video it. And it allows us to have some fun and test some new things. We do it in person. Well, this year I want the community to create my character for me. So what I'm going to be doing is in the Discord, each week I will put a facet of my character in there in the D&D forums, and put what you want me to be. Pick my class, pick my character race, all that stuff, and eventually backstory and everything. Write the whole thing. I'll handle the stats because we handle that separately, but everything else, yeah. So be looking for that in the Discord. If you're not part of the Discord, swing over there. So feedback from everyone except for the players that are here on stream right now, because they're not allowed to. So we'll have some fun with that. God knows what'll happen. Could be the worst character ever. Yeah. Fanboy. Fanboy's cracking his knuckles right now and going, all right. So, highest votes win, for whatever it is. Backstories, I'm just going to take whatever's written and merge it together, and that's what it is. So, all right. Please don't disable me. Thank you for putting the Discord in there. Don't forget, Banter and Babble at 9:00 on Wednesday. There'll be a lot of stuff going on with that, and check out Half-Ass Beer Review, those hop water reviews. We're gonna have to catch up on those. So, you guys got anything?
Nope. Just once again, I want to thank Zephyr for stepping
Yes.
in while you and Marcelin were out. I really appreciate it. It was last minute, and she really pulled through for us.
Yeah.
What was I gonna do? Say no? You know where I live.
That's
Fair
true.
enough.
I mean, you could say no. My wife would say no. She she admits she would not be a good D&D player. So that's fine.
It's a lot to keep track of, but it's really fun.
It is a lot to keep track of. Play an high-level artificer sometime, right, Oz?
Yeah, that's a lot to keep track of. Holy cow.
Yeah.
We only ever made it. What am I, artificer? How far did she go?
I think she made it to
only
level
level 4.
Oh, 4, yeah.
Yeah, Rosemary didn't make it very far before that campaign died.
All right. Well, always welcome to tag along for these kind of things. We're happy to have you, for sure. And for stealing Jeff from you for 3 hours a week at least. So until we get him a gaming PC, and then we're gonna steal him more. So, all right. Well, thank you everybody in the community. Happy to see you all here. And until next time, we'll see you in the dungeon. Take care.
The end is upon us, I promise you. Novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking. They call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP. I do what I want to. That's a mantra. Keep 'em running and gunning like Contra. I'm a monster. I'm a monster. The end is upon us, I promise you. Novices don't want no problem with me. So watch how you talking and where you been walking. They call me the BBEG. I'm more than a little OP. I do what I want to, yeah, that's a mantra. I keep 'em running and gunning like Contra. Yo, I'm a monster. Turn it up. What you know about the final boss? I got him trying to buy time with the sign of the cross. I redefine high crime and the meaning of loss. I'm off hip, but I body like I'm playing lacrosse. Beat to the EG, I'm keeping them queasy. I make it seem easy, acknowledge me. I've been demolishing your cities, I'm astonishingly sleazy. I'm the big bad. Y'all must be the cast, I'm killing a master, villain, a blast, a disaster, really a rap.